Hi everyone, Amanda Vinci here from Amanda Vinci Consulting. And today I really want to run through briefly the 3 universal fears experienced by executive assistants, personal assistants and support staff. Through my own career working as an executive assistant, I really experienced some poor leadership and which had me create unresourceful behaviours and belief systems in order to survive. And the driver of these beliefs and behaviours were the 3 universal fears, which I'm going to run through with you today. So the 3 fears are: 1, the fear of not being enough or the fear of being found out. 2, the fear of not belonging. We all want to belong to a tribe, a family, or a community. And 3, the fear of not being loved or the fear of not being liked. So we go through life unconsciously, outside of our awareness, creating beliefs that are designed for us to be enough, to belong, and to be loved. And of course, there are all kinds of behaviors that are linked to this, whether they are unresourceful or resourceful, depending on the quality of leadership, mentoring, and the people surrounding us, especially at an early age. And most of us are walking around with some pretty low self-esteem and low self-respect and low self-love. And it's not our fault. It's just because our experiences when we were young had us go through life doing the best that we could to fit in and to belong and to be loved. And now, of course, this can all change because 95% of the journey is awareness. And when we are aware that these fears are universal and that everyone's got them on some level, we know that we can actually do something about that. When you help other people, the universal fears get managed, and they only get managed when you take action. The structure of low self-esteem, which is driven by these universal fears, are when there is an imbalance between how much you value yourself and how much you value others. And if you're valuing others more than you're valuing yourself, you suffer as a result of you putting others ahead of yourself. And that's the foundation of low self-esteem. Now, when you have it the other way around, which is rare, but sometimes you get people who value themselves more than they value others, it's also a function of low self-esteem. It may look different on the surface, but it's still the same. So what is self-esteem? It's balance, which is really you valuing you as much as you value others. And this rebalancing can happen at any stage in your life, with awareness, doing personal development, or even coaching programs. So when you value you as much as you value others, the universal fears get managed beautifully. And for years I suffered from low self-esteem, and these 3 fears ruled my life. I'd like to say now my esteem is pretty solid, but that's only because I value myself equally as much as I value anyone else. So that means you treat yourself with self-respect, and with treating yourself with self-respect, it leads to self-love, which manages my fear of not being enough. As for the fear of not belonging, as long as I keep being of value to the people around me, there will never be a problem for not belonging. And lastly, coming from a place of love when talking to people that I care about, that manages my last fear of not being loved. So when you have this rebalance between valuing yourself and others, it's phenomenal. So I really invite you to have a look at yourself and your own 3 universal fears, and look at areas where you might be able to do a rebalance. And really, like I said earlier, the first step is awareness. The first step of your journey is awareness. So I trust this has been of value to you. I'd really love you to check out my YouTube channel, Amanda Vinci Consulting. and I'll look forward to chatting to you next time. Thanks, guys.